Hello and welcome to my reality Jeep life with me, the Vermont Jeepgirl, and this is my daily vlog of 2013. It is absolutely cold out here right now. According to the thermometer and the computer, it's -10. So what we're going to do, we just got home with the axle that we're going to carry into the house. I had to enlist K-Man because as much as I am big and strong, I still need help. So we're going to try to carry this over the ice and into the living room. But before I do that, I have some footage that I cleaned the housing out, I flushed it out, and before we brought it in. So it's going into the house and it's clean. It has no gear oil in it and it has no fluids in it. I don't like bringing anything into the house that has any types of fluid in it. It is my living room, it is my house, so so what we're going to do right now is we're going to try to carry this into the living room. Keep your fingers crossed that I don't fall on the ice that's right there. I just threw a whole bunch of sand on it, and I hate to tell you, I'm a putz, so. Okay, I hope you ate your Wheaties. I hope I ate my Wheaties. Okay, that was a project and a half. It's freezing cold outside. We're carrying this heavy object through an obstacle course through here, and then we had to lift it up onto these brand new table shelves that I bought. I thought it would be a good idea. Usually I do this on my sawhorses. This guy weighs a little more. I wasn't sure, my sawhorses are aluminum, if they would really hold up. So we bought these shelving things that are supposed to hold 400 pounds. The only thing is when we set this one down, the shock mount went right through the shelf. So I have these pressure treated boards here. I think what we'll do is I'll cut these down tomorrow and I will rearrange this somehow, because we're going to want to be flipping this thing over to work on it back and forth. It's going to have to be on a good sturdy surface. And it's heavy. But I'm going to sleep good tonight knowing that my baby's in my living room. And it's just the next phase of the build. We're getting there, one day at a time. So now I'm going to roll the footage of me giving my axle and my T18 a little scrubby bath and a parts washer. Before I bring home my axle to put in my living room, I don't want to totally smell up the house. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use K-Man's Zep part washer. I'm going to clean out most of this gear oil smell inside here and flush it out and get most of that out of there. And then I'm going to load it onto the trailer and I'm going to take it home, where I then can set it up inside my workshop and start taking everything apart. And soon to be working on them gears. I had a viewer ask me a question, and it's kind of a good question because let's face it, that's a pretty heavy axle. That's a Dana 44. I am able to lift my Dana 30. 35 is a little iffy, but Dana 44 is a little out of my reach for my strong self. So what I do is I hook a nice chain onto the axle, and then what I do is use my engine hoist crane thingy, and I lift it up. Back in Vermont, I use my crane. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean out the inside of this. I'm going to clean all that yuckies out of there. Before you do this, make sure that you have some sort of rubber gloves on, because this part's fluid. When it gets on your skin, it burns a little. Okay, now that I'm done washing and bathing, my Dana 44, it's loaded on a trailer. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do the same thing and give this little guy, the T18, a little scrubby bath too before I bring him home. Well, I just fully bathed my T18 inside and out. Inside, scraped her all down, got everything off. She's all pretty now. We're going to be changing this long shaft on her. This was made for a full-size Jeep. It's going inside a YJ, so we're going to be getting a kit that shortens this shaft. The shaft will come off and we'll get a shorter shaft. And that I'll do another vlog on explaining that. And when I start taking her apart, I'll be doing that vlog too. So thanks for joining me today. And if you have any questions, send me an email at vermontjeepgirl@hotmail.com. One other thing I want to say, I have a request. This T18 for a full-size Jeep, I look high and low. I cannot find the shifter. So if anybody out there has one, used, new, whatever, send me an email at vermontjeepgirl@hotmail.com and I will buy it from you. Thank you. And have a good night.
Yeah, good.